Okay, I'm going to talk about how to use SWAT. A little bit, anyway. So the first thing to know about using SWAT is, you probably haven't seen a lot of these perks yet, but SWAT has a kind of a strange, one of these strange perks to it, that you start with different perks than you actually play the game with. So once you start your game in the second round, you change your perks up. In this case, you always want this one because it gives you a dual-wield firearm as a secondary, and then you switch over to quicker reloads after that's started. So let's go ahead and play on a new map that you probably haven't seen yet. Cayman Station. That's a bad map. We'll do that one. So the biggest thing SWAT has is actually access to flashbangs, which will usually kill most weak things and stun larger stuff. Oh, pretty close to being dead, just not quite. And the other thing about this game is you run slightly faster if you have your knife out, so if you need to get somewhere quickly, switch to your knife. It's not a whole lot faster, but it's just enough. Skip trader, so I can keep going. Do this as quick as I can. Oh, rocket launcher. So these guys you want to shoot in the chest, not the head. If you shoot them in the chest enough, they'll die instantly. Flashbang. So this is a long game, and there's different types of them. Whoop. And you can get ammo around the map and stuff like that as well. But this is a long game, which means there's 10 rounds plus a boss final. And you can play short and medium games too. They have like, I think 5 to 7 rounds. I only play long games, so I don't actually remember how long they are. And sell that. Go ahead and buy myself a Tommy gun. Buy max and everything. Skip to next round. If you press V, you can butt them away. It's very useful if you're going to get cornered or hit. You can stun them away from hitting you. Okay, that's a siren. Don't want to let those things get too close to you because they actually scream and they'll hurt your ears. And if they scream, they'll knock out your grenades, they'll destroy your explosives, and you won't be able to deal damage that way. They're generally not too dangerous, they're just more of an annoyance than anything else. The biggest issue is if you fire a rocket launcher, they'll knock out your RPG as it's flying towards them if they scream. I'm good. Flashbangs are really good at clearing out hordes of little small weak guys too.
Told you I could shoot.
Another siren.
This is why I hated science at school.
So, generally my favorite guns are either the Chris SMG or this UMP here. Also, I'm going to go ahead and change my perk over to tactical reload so I reload quicker. I should have done that the second round, but I forgot, although it wasn't very important because normal's pretty easy difficulty. Every once in a while you get these things, which is basically stand in this little box and shoot things until you don't need to kill things anymore. Some are easier than others, and some classes are just not suited for doing it. You can also weld doors shut, but
What have they got against that door? Look out, you plonker! Get her before she gets too close.
although if they break through the door, you have to repair it before you can weld it again, which pretty sure only support can do. I don't think any other class can repair doors. There you go. We can leave the area now. Just basically kill enough things until you get the full reward. Oh, I killed an invisible thing without even thinking of it. Cool. I think a Scrake spawned. Those are the chainsaw guys. Those guys are bad, but I'm gonna show you how to deal with them as a SWAT. They're not something you want to deal a small amount of damage to. You want to deal a lot of damage really quick because they rage at you. Like that. Really easy to kill.
Sarajevo all over again.
And this thing's far away. So usually what I do is also I start upgrading things, which is just this little button down here. And what that essentially does is it increases the weapon's weight by 1 block. You have a carry weight limit, but also increases your damage quite a bit. Different weapons require different levels to get to their full upgrade level. Some only require 1, others require like 5 or 6 investments, but generally all you need to know is the more expensive weapons require less upgrades to get max. Thank you, mother. See that? Siren destroyed my flashbang. Destroy her head.
I hear her. Where the hell is she? Good target practice. Accessible. Bugger. She could break glass with that scream. Finally a chance to cut loose. You looking at me? Are you?
Pop his skull as quick as you can, and
Oh, that felt good. Tear you a new one.
there we go. Also, the other thing is, when you're healing yourself with Q, you can cancel the animation really quick just by hitting a weapon button. As soon as you see the blue on your screen, just hit like 1 to switch your primary gun, and you'll cancel the rest of the animation. It'll be much quicker.
Attack like this kick the apocalypse off.
That's the flesh pound spawning. Those are another thing you don't want to mess with too weakly, so you hit with everything you got as quick as you can.
Don't let that pickpocket near me.
Just like that. Plus the other one. Pop that son of a bitch's skull, and you're good. That's both flesh pounds done, which can deal a lot of damage to you otherwise.
That's how it's done. Damn it, invisible bits again.
That's a Scrake spawning. Your chainsaw start up, that means it's a Strake. Those are the guys that turn into like Anthro,
Enemies with us, but close.
oh, this, stupid invisible things. Anthro reindeer at Christmas time.
It's an alarm.
Always my favorite enemy that time of year.
Damn it, invisible bits again. I saw you twitch, you bastard.
Okay, just got the Strake. And the same thing as we always do.
Chainsaw? You have got to be
Flashbang the son of a bitch and take his head off.
a regular geek's paradise.
Buy my Chris SMG and buy ammo for it. Okay, this is pretty much the most powerful gun in the game. It will melt everything stupid fast, especially if you stun them first. Then you can just dump a whole mag in their head in half a second. course, the rate of fire is going to eat your ammo up very quickly, so yeah. Be kind of careful with it. Oh, there's a strike. Don't shoot at him until he's close enough to stun. Up, invisible. Oh, visible. Just like that. Melts him in half a second. Stupid gooey things. Fuck you guys. If you shoot those things are called husks. If you shoot their flame tank, they explode and die instantly. Grade the Chris. Skip. Blow them up, just like that. Always shoot those guys in the head and just let them stumble. They can still attack you, but they're really slow. Also, be careful not to shoot them too much because they will explode on you if you're too close to them. They can also explode on teammates and stuff if you end up playing online, so people will not be happy if you do that. Up, up. God, a lot of invisible ones this time. Okay, you're dead. As soon as you see his body go a little bit limp, you know he's gone. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Oh, there's two of them right there. Nope, reload. And you can turn a flashlight on as well. It has a limited battery, but if you just turn it off, it recharges after a while. I usually forget it's even a thing, quite frankly. Right click with mouse is heavy attack. Left click is light attack. The direction they slash is depending on what direction you're moving. Yep, okay. Die. Yep. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Shit. Nope. Okay, the flashbang just raged. That means you can't flashbang it. Just don't rage them too much. They will beat the ever-living shit out of you when they get raged up, especially on higher difficulties. Okay.
Chainsaw massacre time.
Flashbangs are your best friend as SWAT. Use them liberally. And if you hit middle mouse with your melee weapon, you can block attacks. If you time it right, you actually get a heavily reduced damage.
Like this, kick the apocalypse off.
Okay. So I got everything upgraded except this one, which I don't have points to upgrade all the way. And this one should be the boss round, I believe. We'll see what boss it is. Yep, boss round. Let's see what boss it is. King Fleshbound. Okay, this one's really stupid simple. I usually kill him really quick. There's a few bosses that are actually really difficult to fight, or at least require some finesse. King Fleshpound is not one of those. He is a basically shoot until he dies.
Crap, he's all lit up.
That's a quarter pound. There he is. You can't stun him, at least as far as I know. I think you can knock out his shield. Nope. Hit crouch when that happens, or else it won't miss. And he's dead. Pretty much just a shoot until he dies kind of boss.
Way more where that came from. I saw you twitch, you bastard. You looking at me? Are you?
There's a SWAT round. Congratulations. You now know how to play SWAT. Kind of. A little bit.